Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our benefits information session for today, Tuesday, the 18th of October. Tonight we have a special guest from our Davis Vision benefit, Mr. Nick Schiavone. He's the senior client manager with Davis Vision, and he is going to educate us about everything that is great about our Davis Vision plan. So I appreciate you logging in. We are recording this session. We ask that everyone stay on mute and put any questions you have in the chat, and we'll have time to address those questions at the end of Nick's presentation. So I will turn it over to Nick now, and he will share his screen and go through his presentation.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Go ahead and share my screen. We'll get to rolling here. Awesome. So welcome to Vision. Vision is always fun and exciting. We're going to keep it lively in here. So thank you for your attendance today. Really appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of vision as well as your vision plan and how you can maximize the benefits. So naturally with vision, we want you to use your exams. Really when we're talking about the exams, it's so important that you go and utilize that examination benefit. A comprehensive examination can detect a number of things during the session or the routine eye examination, such as signs of systemic conditions such as diabetes, thyroid disease, high blood pressure, and neurological impairments. Really, the examination, when we're talking about it, consists of a number of different things, including health review, visual acuity tests, refraction tests, glaucoma tests, slit lamp evaluation, and dilation. And when we're talking about when you should get your exams, that's always the million-dollar question. When we're looking at that, it is important that you utilize your exams, and the American Optometric Association has already put together a real nice chart outlining when you should take advantage of your examinations. And they break it down into two different categories. You have your low-risk individuals and you have your at-risk individuals. Low risk meaning you don't have any ongoing conditions that require consistent follow-up. At risk would be things like if you have diabetes or glaucoma, different conditions that require you to go more often. The nice part about it is they break it out and provide different distinctions for when you should go. So we'll look at the low risk birth through the age of 2. They want you to go at between 6 and 12 months of age. Ages 3 through 5, you want to go at least once, but in that time period. 6 through 17, it's before first grade, and then annually each year. And then you start to shift a little bit. It starts changing to every other year. So they want it at least every 2 years. And then once you hit that 65 age, they want you to go annually once again. And the at-risk categories really mirror that closely. For the most part, it's really only changes for 18 through 39 and 40 through 64, where they want you to go at least annually if you're an at-risk. But closely affiliated with the low risk as far as the frequency goes. And when we're talking about the importance of vision, I always like to ask a couple questions, such as, did you know that 75% of the population needs some form of vision correction? I don't think it's any surprise given the fact of how much we are all glued to our phones, our computers, high-def TVs, all that good stuff. The more we're looking at these things, the more our eyes focus, and eventually we're going to need some form of correction. I know myself, I was a 20/20 baby for a long time, and as soon as I hit 30, that was gone. So would probably explain why I need glasses during the day for the most part. But it never is too much of a shock to people nowadays. But when you're talking about the amount that we're on our I'm sorry, I don't know why that's going forward. When we're talking about the amount that is why, when we're talking about how much people are on their devices, 90% of computer and device users experience visual issues and can experience computer vision syndrome. 80% of what a child learns is visual. So, impaired vision can really impact children, especially schoolwork, can cause behavior issues, lead to loss of sports and overall development. But when we're talking about the leading 4 causes of vision impairment and blindness in the United States, we have cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, and diabetic retinopathy. And really, those are the big ones that the providers or your optometrists or ophthalmologists are looking for when you go and get your annual examination. The most important thing to take away from that is diabetes is a leading cause of preventable blindness for adults. That's a huge thing to take into consideration. It cannot be overstated enough. It is important that you get in there and get your eye examination. You want to make that a part of your overall medical ecosystem, if you will. And so when we're looking at the network, your network is extremely robust. You have a number of different locations that you can choose from. These are some of the common regional retailers that we work with in your area. So we got VisionWorks, Walmart, Target Optical, Sam's Club, Costco, Pearl Vision, My Eye Doctor, America's Best. Lots of online options, lots to choose from. So looking at that, continuing on that same breath, the Vision Network provides membership with access to the Davis Vision Network, which consists of over 129,000 points of access. It's a blended network. So that means that you have access to both independent and retail options. We also open it up to allow further access for online options. So as we just discussed a moment ago, retailers, some of the ones that most people are familiar with, VisionWorks, Walmart, Costco, Target Optical, Pearl Vision, Sam's Club. Online solutions, this is where it gets really exciting because as of July 1st, you now have access to Warby Parker. So Warby Parker is an in-network provider. You can use your benefits right through their website. Super easy, super straightforward. You also have access to 1-800 contacts. I am going to apologize again because I'm not sure why this keeps jumping forward. You have access to 1-800 contacts, befitting.com, and glasses.com. Looking at the actual summary of the benefits, it's a really rich plan. The county, the school system has put together an amazing plan for y'all. The best part is, there's very minimal copays, if any at all. When we're talking about your routine eye examination, it's once every 12 months, no copay. So you get that eye exam, no cost to you. Frames, if you should choose to utilize the frame benefit, it's once every 12 months. And the best part about that is you have access to 2 different types of frame benefit. So you can either choose to go with a Davis Vision frame collection frame or a non-collection frame. So looking at the Davis Vision frame collection, there's no copay for over 200 frames that you can choose from. And the best part is that they're valued up to $195. And I'm not sure why this keeps jumping forward. I'm so sorry. Please bear with me on that. But the non-collection frame is a really nice feature as well because you have a $160 allowance to choose from any frame that you'd like outside of the frame collection that we were just talking about. Alternatively, if you go to VisionWorks, they enhance that benefit to $210. So that's a really nice benefit to be able to use at VisionWorks. And then if you decide that you need something even more expensive than that, the nice part is you'll also get a discount. You'll get a 20% discount on any overages. So keep that in mind as you're making your selections. But as far as spectacle lenses go, those are your basic standard CR39 plastic lenses. Your basic single vision, which also includes lenticular, it's $10 copay. Same thing for basic bifocal and trifocal, all $10 copays. Looking at the contact lenses, keep in mind, this is also once every 12 months. And it does take place of glasses. So if you should choose that you want to pursue contact lenses, just know you'll be locked out of your frame and your lens benefit. So keep that in mind as you're making your selections. But if you require medically necessary contact lenses, just keep in mind there's no copay with that, but it does require prior approval. So that's things like, let's say you had keratoconus. There's a number of different conditions that could require medically necessary contacts, but your provider will know there's a very easy submission process for how the contacts have to be submitted for prior authorization. The only reason that is required, generally the materials are in excess of usually about $1,500 to $2,000. So they just require that chart notes and diagnosis be submitted to support the need for medically necessary contacts. You also have access to the Davis Vision contact lens collection, though it's available to you at no cost. So that's a great benefit. If you should choose that you want to select something outside of the collection, just know you'll have a $200 allowance, which is an amazing allowance. I'd like to say that just up front. Just know if you go over that, you'll have a 15% discount as well. So you have a $200 allowance and also a 15% discount. And then if you decide that you need to get the fitting, or if your provider says, it's time to get your fitting, it's a $6 cost plus a 15% discount on top of that. So that's always nice to get those discounts. I think where things really become extremely beneficial, if they weren't already from what you've already heard, are going to be your lens options. So your standard progressive lenses are covered at no cost to you. You can select those and have no out-of-pocket cost. Just to throw it out there, the general cost of standard progressive lenses is $230 for retail value. So that's an instant savings of $230 that the PG County school system has put in place for you. So kudos. The premium is $40. So that's if you wanted to have a specific brand, Verilux, for example, or if you wanted to do a digital cut for your lenses. The nice part about that, again, is it's a $40 cost to you, but the savings are substantial because the normal retail price is $295. So it's a very, very steep discount. Ultra progressive lenses are $90. Polarized lenses, so if you like to go fishing, $75. High index lenses, these are for really strong prescriptions. They're going to be extremely thin and lightweight. It's a $55 cost. Again, huge savings. Blended segment lenses, $20. If you have kids, the polycarbonate lenses, which are basically standard for children at this point, it's no cost to you. It's $0. If you're an adult and you wear polycarbonate lenses, it's going to be $30. If you decide that you want to wear transition lenses, no cost. That's amazing. So transitions, for those who are not familiar, are if you walk out in the sun and your lenses automatically darken with the UV rays exposure. So really, really awesome benefit. Intermediate vision lenses are $30. Photochromic lenses are $20. You have no cost for scratch resistant coating. You have no cost for standard anti-reflective coating. Just to throw it out there, the retail value of standard anti-reflective coating is $100. So instant savings of another $100. Premium anti-reflective coatings, $13. Ultra anti-reflective coatings, $25. Your UV coating is covered in full, no cost to you. Your tints, so if you want to do a solid or a gradient tint, you could do that at no extra cost. Plastic photosensitive lenses basically are the same as Transitions, but not the Transition brand. So again, no cost to you. Oversized lenses, $0, no cost to you. And blue light filtering. So if you wanted to get a blue light blocker, you can do that for $15. Again, I cannot stress how amazing this plan is. It's a really strong plan, and I highly encourage you to take advantage of it. And so this is just an example of the collection that we're talking about. It's available at independent providers nationwide, and I'll show you how to locate that. But just know it's $0 cost for you. So you can select any frame off that. They're all popular name brands, $0 cost. You have 200 frames to use or to select from. And just know it's updated consistently. We have a team that's always looking to ensure that we're providing the most marketable frames and partnering with specific brands to offer those. But if you should choose that you need to go out of network, you do have that option as well. So it is a network plan, but if you need to go outside the network, if for some reason your provider is not in network with us, number one, I'd say let us know. We'll try and work with them to bring them in. But number two, you do have the option for reimbursement. Just keep in mind, as with any network plan, the moment you go outside the network, your benefit is reduced significantly. And I think you'll see that from this chart, but it's nice because it does allow you to at least collect something when you do go outside the network. So if you go outside the network, your routine exam, you're reimbursed up to 40, frames up to 20, single vision lenses 40, bifocal lenses 60, trifocal lenses 80, lenticular post cataract is up to 130, medically necessary up to $230, and your contact lenses mirror your in-network benefit, so for $200. So you can submit a claim form either electronically through our portal, or you can fill out a form physically and mail it. Just know in both scenarios, you will need an itemized receipt to submit alongside of that. So that way you can be reimbursed appropriately. And so this is just an opportunity to see what the claim form looks like, but you can easily access these claim forms through CareFirst. To download a copy, all you do is navigate to carefirst.com, click the For Members link, then you can hover over the Using Your Plan tab, find the Dental and Vision under Forms, and then you can locate that specific form, Davis Vision. It has in parentheses Blue Vision and Blue Vision Plus. Very easy, and it's electronic, so you can always fill it out on there and on your computer and print it out. When it comes to finding a provider, you can find a provider on our website, davisvision.com/members. If you click the Find an Eye Care Professional link, you'll see it circled on the screen. You can go ahead and access that. And once you are there, you can search for providers by using either Radius or, so if you want to enter your city and then punch in, a radius of maybe 10, 15 miles, that'll go ahead and populate. Or if you just want to do it by state, county, or city, you can do that as well, whatever works best for you. One thing that I always like to point out is that, please note, if you're not logged in as a member, you won't see Target and Pearl Vision locations populate. That's specific to the CareFirst plan. And when you're on the Davis Vision website and you're not logged in, it doesn't know that you're operating in that or looking at that network. So just keep in mind, if you want to see plan specific providers, you want to make sure that you're logged in. And when you are logged in on the website, as I made reference to earlier, there's a way that you can find who carries those collection frames that we were talking about. So when we're looking at the website and you produce your search, just know if you see these little glasses populate, that's going to let you know that that provider carries the collection. So you could walk into the provider, know that you can select any frame off the Davis Vision collection and have a zero out-of-pocket cost for the frame. So an awesome benefit. You'll also be able to tell things like where the provider is located. So you can click on the map legend, if it's handicapped accessible. Again, the exclusive collection, safety collection, whether or not there's new patients accepted, the discounts, and then also pediatric providers. So if you know you have young ones that need to see a pediatric provider, you can do that. And then also those who participate in the lab. So that just lets you know that we partner with specific labs to fabricate the lenses that the provider selects for you, and that you partner with the provider to select. So just know that we stand behind our products that we fabricate with our lab partners. And so that comes with all this good stuff. So when we're talking about the collection, one of the main draws of it is that it has a breakage warranty. So if you're like me and sit on your glasses a fair amount for whatever reason, I can't get past setting them on my chair. But if you're like me and you break your glasses a lot, this is a really good opportunity for you to take advantage of that free eyeglass breakage warranty. So just keep that in mind. It's a 1 year, one time, but it comes in handy. The nice part about if you obtain glasses with us as well is that if you decide that you need a second pair, just know you'll get 30% off another complete pair at independent providers. And if you should decide to go to VisionWorks, you get a 50% discount. So that's pretty amazing. And the nice part about that is it's also eligible for sunglasses. So keep that in mind. You know, I know we're rolling into fall and winter is quickly approaching, but before you know it, spring and summer will be right around the corner. As we talked about earlier, when we're looking at the e-commerce, so that's really going to be our online providers. What is missing from here is going to be the Warby Parker piece, but just know you have the opportunity to utilize your in-network benefits at 1-800-contacts.com, glasses.com, befitting.com, and also Warby Parker. And the nice part about that is, again, you get the network piece of it, and we've already negotiated low out-of-pocket costs for members. So that's a big plus. If you're one of those who are really kind of flirting with the idea of LASIK or laser vision correction, do know that you do have access to a benefit through that. And so the nice part about that is you have a free LASIK consultation. It's run through QualSight, and you can, if you need more information on that, I'm happy to provide that as well. But just know, you know, the conventional LASIK procedure runs about $1,000 per eye, and the national retail average is almost $1,700. So you're basically saving $700 per eye if you do decide that you want to pursue laser vision correction. And the nice part is that they have a very extensive network. If you know that you need hearing aids, know that there's a discount program for that as well. So it's run through your hearing network. The nice part is that it consists of a free hearing exam, and that you also have discounts up to 40% on premium hearing aids. Big savings. Again, we're all about the savings here. The nice part about them is that they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. You have 1 year follow-up care, 4 year service warranty, and 4 year supply of batteries. It's amazing. Lots of savings bundled into this plan. You also have access to limited time rebates for lenses and frames. And for the additional discounts at the e-commerce vendors, like we talked about, the class.com, Befitting, 1-800-CONTACTS, Warby Parker. And so again, I can't say it enough. This plan is loaded with amazing benefits as well as very steep discounts that really are made to help save you money and limit your out-of-pocket exposure. And so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and pause. I know there's probably a question or two that we'll want to go ahead and walk through. And thank you so much for bearing with me as my presentation wanted to move forward faster than I did. So I do thank you on that. But I'll go ahead and stop here and open it up for questions, however I can help.
Thank you, Nick. Yes, great presentation for a great benefit. I don't see any questions in the chat. I don't know if anyone wants to come off mute and ask a question. We certainly will allow that since it's a small group. So I don't think, so we have no questions. Just want to make sure we have no questions before we end the meeting. As a reminder, we will post the recording of this session on our website within about 48 hours, and it'll stay up there for several months, so you can watch it at any time. Also, as a reminder, open enrollment is happening now. It ends on October 26th. So if you wanted to make any changes to your benefits, you wanted to add the Davis Vision Plan, or if you already have the Davis Vision Plan and you want to add any beneficiaries, eligible dependents, I should say, you can certainly do that by October 26th. And those changes will be effective on 1/1/2023. So if we don't have any questions from anyone, we will go ahead and say thank you and log out, and enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.